Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
A day after the grand jury decision in Michael Brown's death, demonstrations are catching on throughout the rest of the country.
We're bringing you the latest on the Ferguson decision aftermath, like the peaceful protest here in Lexington overnight.
And we're tracking a crime alert after 3 Lexington cars were shot into overnight. Those stories and more, and breaking news as it happens. It's coming up on WKYT This Morning. Well, good morning to you. Welcome. It's good to have you with us bright and early on this day before Thanksgiving. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We're tracking a big winter storm that's taking aim at the eastern part of the country. It may actually brush up against parts of Kentucky.
That's right, and disrupt travel in the east. Let's go to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris, who is tracking your forecast. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we'll start to see that kind of nudge into the region in the southeastern portion of our viewing area here in the next couple of hours. So it's going to take some time. Right now, we're pretty calm, pretty quiet. A couple of showers are starting to move into Harlan County, but other than that, we're pretty dry outside. Current temperatures sitting there in the 30s. We have a couple of 20s up north, back toward the west. In this area, we have clear skies. In the other region, well, we have clouds, and that's what's keeping us a little bit warmer nonetheless, still on the chilly side. And as we head toward the rest of the day, we'll have southeast snow during the morning hours, and then by the afternoon, it clears some things on out, and we'll sit there in the lower 40s. We'll talk all about these 2 systems because we still have 2 to be watching in the upcoming hours, and I'll go over that forecast coming up to you in just a few minutes.
Micah, thank you. In the news early this morning, more arrests and unrest in the Ferguson, Missouri area overnight. Officer Darren Wilson, who was not indicted in the shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown, spoke out for the first time.
He says he has a clear conscience and he was just doing his job. Susan McGinnis has more on another night of protests.
Protesters faced off against police standing steps away from officers in full riot gear. But the relative calm of the night was interrupted by violence yet again. The tension led to looting. A lone police vehicle was attacked and set on fire. Authorities rushed into the crowd and released tear gas. Compared to one night ago, the National Guard is a larger and much more visible presence here tonight. Protesters are being ordered to disperse or face arrest.
Get out of the street.
The threats did little to ease the overwhelming sense of injustice expressed by some demonstrators.
Darren Wilson was able to murder someone in cold blood, if you ask me, an armed teenager, and nothing was done for it.
Following Monday's grand jury announcement, Officer Wilson broke his silence. In an interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, Wilson described firing a series of shots at Brown after a foot chase and an initial altercation in his squad car.
He gets to about 8 to 10 feet, and as he does that, he kind of starts to lean forward like he's going to tackle me. And I looked down my barrel of my gun, and I fired, and what I saw was his head, and that's where it went.
Right in the top of his head?
Yes.
Questions have been raised over how the prosecutor's office presented the case to the grand jury.
A first-year law student could have did a better cross-examination of the police officer shooting an unarmed person than this prosecutor's office, and it's just troubling to this family.
Attorneys for Brown's family hope an ongoing federal civil rights investigation will lead to charges against Wilson. Susan McGinnis, CBS News, Ferguson, Missouri.
And protesters marching in cities around the country, including right here in Lexington. Hundreds of people gathered downtown last night demanding change and showing their support for Michael Brown's family. WKYT's Garrett Weimer has the story with a message from those protesters in Lexington.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, these killer cops have got to go.
They each had a message and their own reasons for marching.
My brother had died, my cousin had died, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many people gonna die?
Several hundred protesters marched downtown, calling for justice and equality. With their signs and hands in the air, and with a moment of silence, remembering those killed by police. That's just one point of the protest, an organizer said before the march.
As mothers, as human beings, we all deserve to be able to see our children grow into adulthood free from any kind of violence or oppression or brutality, whether it comes from other people or from the police.
Protesters say this march is only the beginning here in Lexington, that this is the civil rights issue of the day, and that they will start to do more to address the problem here in Lexington.
I think it's the start of something around the world. I think we can't stop at this point. You know what I'm saying? If we stop, it's just going to be like we worthless, like I said. You know what I'm saying? We got to prove that we got power and we can stand together, because united we stand, divided we fall.
Many demonstrators now say they're ready for the next step to help make change.
This ain't gonna never be changed if we don't step up to the plate and change it ourselves.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And protesters did block traffic several times as they crossed Limestone and Main Streets, but the protests remained mostly peaceful.
We're tracking the latest crime alert out of Lexington this morning. It happened about midnight in a neighborhood near Bryan Station. One man says he was in Lexington visiting a friend when his car window was shot out. The car owner says that's when he went to check on his car window and he was shot at. Police think the window of the car was shot out with a BB gun and that the suspects were riding around in a stolen truck.
Actually, they came back around and tried to shoot at me with BB guns, so I'm pretty sure that was them.
Police say 3 other car windows in the area were also shot out near Preakness Drive, Westwood, and Strawberry Fields Road.
New this morning, police are trying to track down 3 suspects after a pizza delivery driver was robbed. It happened after 11 o'clock last night on Winburn Drive. Police say a suspect approached the Domino's employee from behind and held a knife to his throat and demanded cash. They say there were 2 other suspects who assisted in the robbery, and they also stole a pizza. The driver drove back to the Domino's restaurant before reporting the robbery.
If you got stuck in traffic on Interstate 75 in Lexington last night, we'll tell you why right now. Lexington police say a series of crashes in the southbound lanes between mile markers 111 and 114 backed up traffic. Drivers say it was backed up for miles, as you can see from the eyewitness pictures. Police say 3 of the crashes involved injuries. No one was seriously hurt. Police are still trying to figure out what led to this. They say a combination of rush hour, holiday traffic, and game day traffic made it much worse.
An argument on a busy Lexington road turned violent. Police say a woman ended up being hit by a car and badly injured. It happened Tuesday afternoon on Harrodsburg Road at Lane Allen. Police say that people in a Kia and a Honda got into an argument. At one point, police say a woman in the Honda got out and the Kia backed into her. Lexington police told us the woman has life-threatening injuries. 18-year-old Nicholas Kaiser was arrested in the case. He is charged with wanton endangerment after police say he pointed a gun at the victim.
A strange crash left 2 people injured in Lexington. A woman told police she fell asleep yesterday morning while driving in Fayette Mall's parking lot. Lexington police say the car went through a guardrail over another railing and landed on Reynolds Road. The driver and a passenger had serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
This morning, we're tracking the search for a man who police say robbed an elderly gas station clerk at knife point. It happened last night at a Swifty gas station in Frankfort. Police say the robber threatened the clerk with a knife and demanded money. The robber then ran away. Police say someone who saw the robbery chased after him, but the robber got away. Police say the clerk was not injured.
This morning, we're tracking the search for a bank robber police say also had a holiday message. Lexington police say he robbed the People's Exchange Bank on Clays Mill Road at about 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. They say the man handed a note to the teller demanding money and implied he had a weapon. As he left with the money, police say he told the robbers, or the robber told the tellers, I should say, Merry Christmas. Oh, isn't that nice? This is a surveillance picture of the robber.
We're tracking a crime alert out of Madison County this morning where police are warning folks to keep an eye on their mailbox. Banks in the county say that they have received reports of mail being stolen out of mailboxes. We're told those thefts are happening when people put their bill payments in the mailbox and put up the flag. The bills apparently are being stolen for the check information, and then bank accounts are being compromised.
A Lexington man has made it his mission to make sure every child who needs a coat has one this winter.
He has organized a coat drive for this weekend to help children all over the Bluegrass, and he's asking families in need to give him a call. WKYT's Jerica Insko has the story.
It's that time of year again when the cold settles in and it's time to bundle up, but some people can't afford to keep themselves or their little ones warm, and those kids are who this weekend's coat drive is for. Making ends meet, especially around the holidays, is something many people struggle with.
I was just like, let's help.
Seeing kids who are cold in his Lexington community.
She's like, I seen a couple of kids with no coats on. I said, you know what, I've seen that a lot around the city too.
That's something Divine Karama says he can't let happen with winter just getting started.
So when the Kentucky weather, as it's known to do, goes from here to here just like that, and your kids are not prepared, it can be tough.
So his nonprofit organization, Believing in Forever, became Karama's outlet to reach out and help in a less artistic way.
It's bigger than just art. It's just anything to do with a child and making their life better.
To ensure that, this man is willing to do just about anything.
Parents that can't make it or don't feel comfortable coming can still request the sizes that they need, and we'll have them ready. They can come pick them up, and if they can't come, we'll deliver them.
Making sure those who want coats for their children get them. This Sunday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. here at Alfalfa Restaurant in downtown Lexington. That's when and where parents can bring their kids to get coats, hats, and gloves for free. In Lexington, Jerica Insko, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Jerica. Very important thing there. You can drop off coats at Alfalfa Restaurant during their business hours up until the event on Sunday. And if your child needs a coat, you can find contact information on our website, WKYT.com.